righty. So it is my great pleasure to introduce everybody who already knows our Karen Pierce Gonzalez, who is such a star. And she's an award winning performance poet, a writer, and an intuitive artist with an art show coming up. March, I think?
April.
February. April?
Yeah.
It sounds exciting.
Where?
In Cloverdale.
Yeah, so anybody who's up here should come. She's got 5 chapbooks published by 5 different presses, 5 poetic librettos, 4 performance poetry pieces, and more. Her credits also include publishing the Ekphrastic Folk Art blog zine, and she hosts the Not Just Pretty International Zoom series. I like that, Not Just Pretty. Also co-hosts here at North Bay Poetics, and we'll put her information in the chat so you can get her link tree and find out everywhere to find her. Okay, let's welcome Karen, presenting
Yay.
and emceeing. Yay!
Yay, yay, yay. Thank you everyone for being here today. As I've said earlier in the social media, I am so excited to be presenting this program, knowing that I have a cast of thousands in terms of the open mic poets who will be sharing their work today with us. It's really an honor to be on the stage with them to share this. Few basic housekeeping tips before we get going. I ask everyone to not promote themselves during the reading. Everyone puts time into being here to share their work. We have some people for whom it's midnight right now. We have some people showing up for whom it's like 7 o'clock in the morning, and they are making an effort to be here. And so we want to respect that time that they're giving us by not promoting ourselves. There will be opportunities throughout the program for you to promote yourself, but I'm asking everyone to just hold back. We want your good news, but not while someone else is sharing theirs. Okay, thank you. So I'm going to start off with screen share because I want to pay homage to Renee Nicole Good. She was killed January 7th by a masked ICE officer in Minnesota. And this is the poem I wrote for her. It's a charita, and it is in an anthology entitled Broad Daylight. Broad Daylight is an international anthology put together by Finn Hawley, an international beat poet laureate. So I will quickly read the poem, but I want you to just take a moment to appreciate how she has galvanized the poetry community to step up to the plate and to hold her in our good graces. The killing of a poet caught between breaths, down drifts over us, her unwritten poems, snowflake. So that's for her and her family. Okay, I'd like to open up with a brief review of some performance poetry tips that I have found really helpful. And I see everyone's responding to that. Yeah, she was a great poet, and she's calling on us to be even greater poets when we remember her. So I'm going to, can everyone read this? Is this large enough for everyone? Okay, Debra, thank you. You're right there. I can see you shaking your head. Thank you. So there's a lot to know about performance poetry, but these are the tips that I find most useful when I facilitate workshops. And these are the tips that I find most people don't know about when they step into reading their poetry aloud. So I will quickly go over them so we have that as we move forward into this program and as you move forward into your career as a poet. So obviously, test your poems. Which best suit your spoken style? Which are meant to be quiet? Poems that are meant to whisper aloud can be wonderful if it's part of the poem's inherent energy. Know your poem, I say, and know why you love it, and know why you want to share it, and that will come through the poem itself. Poems with special formatting might be best silently read because their impacts and cues are visual. The poem I just read you is a perfect example of that. If you know charitas, which is a Malaysian style of poetry, line breaks and line counts matter. That's where pauses, they happen in different places, so it helps. I would not consider that a performance poem. Myself, the one I just read, I think it's a quiet poem to be read on the page. Please show, don't tell word choices. Most audiences, this is important, will not have dictionaries. They can't pause to try to interpret a word's meaning. And if following on a shared screen, they won't notice your performance because their attention is on the words on the page, which speaks to a different part of the brain, by the way. So know that when you share a screen poem, you're asking people to pay attention to the words on the screen and not to your voice or what you're saying. Most importantly, I laugh here because I see people, they really try to ram this one in. People love to be talked to, not talked at. Orations tend to depersonalize. Forced vocals are just that, forced. Poems are not dogs, so they don't need to bark. And audiences don't like being barked at. Timing is everything. Don't spend it on lengthy backstories, which your aunt had for lunch, explanations of why you wrote the poem, or phrases like, and my next poem is, because we know you're going to do a next poem, usually. The more fluid the reading, the better for the overall rhythm for yourself and for your listeners. And just two more. Attention spans don't last forever. Small sets are more effective than longer drawn out ones, especially in open mic readings with 9+ readers. Keeping it simple is sweetest. People zone out. You'll notice when you start zoning out and you just quit listening because you're done, your body's done listening. Know that happens to people. And the final. Switching themes midstream can be confusing, like changing channels after a scene on the TV. Select poems that work with one another in style, theme, or both, and you're going to have a more cohesive flow, and you're actually going to be able to take your listeners on a journey that has a beginning, a middle, and an end, and they're not jumping all over the place trying to figure out, okay, a poem from this chapbook and a poem from that chapbook and a poem from last week. It's changing the channel all the time. It's very confusing for the audience. So, okay, that is that. And now I would like to present to you Speak Up, Speak Out, poems about social injustice. This collection is one of 4 in a compilation of 4 chapbooks called 4 in 1, published by Four Feathers Press, and this is book 10, their book 10. Mr. Shimizu. His empty blue chair overlooks the creek between us. Good morning, I call out to the shadow of his memory, a small framed man whose only crime was to have been born in Japan. Raised in California, forcibly deported as danger to a Machi internment camp. He barely survived Colorado's high altitude sweltering summers, bittered, cold winters. As he boarded the train, 1 suitcase only, he waved to his American children, told them not to worry, he'd be back. Every August thereafter, in cotton kimono, This Shinto Buddhist elder led Obon Odore festivals of song and dance to welcome ancestors and strangers alike. And he stood all day at local fundraisers, serving teriyaki chicken and sweet bean paste buns to curious onlookers who sampled and stared at his hands, still shaking from the past. They spoke a wordless language only the wrongly imprisoned could understand. Alice Hong has a son, not so tall, not so kind, not so obliging, who calls the upstairs neighbors lazy people can't even clean their own mess. He doesn't like them pushing autumn leaves over the balcony, his silent mother sweeping up without complaint. He wishes she would pound the broom on the ceiling and yell, "Why are we always put on the bottom floor so close to the storm gutter, clogged to the rim with everyone else's garbage?" Texas cottonwood. My soft gray lumber walled this Black American church, a home you bastards burnt, not to resurrect, but to bury in ashes. Breastfed on blood distilled from shackling stolen people, thorn yoked in cages, you lit torches and sang, "Hell no, you're not free. Hell no, you're not free." My smooth branched roof charcoals the ground. A young artist scours, gathering to his slave descendant chest braised bits of bone, chipped teeth, seared splinters of hope to build an altar, syllable by syllable, from beloved family names, now forever out of your filthy reach, in the chapel of my yellow-green leaf canopy. Knee to your Black American throat, slammed face down onto the sidewalk, can't breathe, can't get up onto your feet when rolled out like asphalt, tar and feathered skin still bubbling, sticky hot beneath the weight of white privileged roadways through picket-fenced suburbs. Rose-colored glasses in every kitchen, a birthright comfort to not see the rise of steaming gases from poached Black bodies in a labyrinth of scalding vats. Emmett Till, Breonna Taylor, George Mumford, boiling, 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 not for their sins, but for ours. About this next poem. The number of unsolved crimes against Native American women in North America is 10 times higher than that of the national average. We speak their names when silent. We are planets apart in a galaxy bursting with ballistic gases and bloated solar winds that wipe away the moons of Native American women as if they were reservation problems. Without a word from us, their murdered or missing lives are now eclipsed because we cannot stand the shame of knowing we said nothing. Pepita Redhair, Mona Lisa Two Eagle, once orbited among us, the diamond dust of bright white stars. See, this work really I really feel this work. his Wild West. Jesus, he was a handsome man. E. Cummings' Buffalo Bill. Trotting into the sunset with your rodeo rider was supposed to be easy, just like it looked on TV, and unlike anything your immigrant mother had ever known. Raised in a new world, soil rich with possibility, you fell in love with this blue-eyed wrangler who could toss a cow in seconds. Eagerly followed the clip-clop of his steed, hoofs trampling freshly freshly seeded ground of bronco romance. Like steer he roped, you swooned in his strong, sun-scorched arms before they became weapons. Didn't think he'd keep you tied up. After hours, museum statues of bare-breasted women stoned into silence, silenced by stone, cramped in candlelit corners, dripped tears from cracked ribs, broken limbs, waxy ghost arms and legs puppet dance with shadows. From the rafters, red-winged blackbirds swoop down, build nests in the braids of their once henna'd hair. Ornamental children hang from private club ceilings. Oil wick lamps in small, hungry hands light rooms of plenty. Chained they coronet man-made thrones and choke on cigar circles of smoke. School shootings by the dozen, children, bullets bleed into puddles. Politicians, fingers on the trigger, step around. Crowbars of gun control can pry loose this grip of greed, selfish and rotting among us. Enough! What good now this holding of a gun barrel emptied, this holding of a tiny life draped limply in arms weary from defending? We defeat nothing, cannot even protect dream sprouts of shelter shattered by bombs. Survival stories drone scratched into rubble, licked clean by forked tongues of war. Cold-blooded fangs mark the hunt, dribble saliva on dead-skinned babies. Ukraine's Yanas and Olas, Palestine's Nors and Yusufs, branded as beasts to slaughter because we have no heart and cannot stop ourselves. Cobblestones. Chisel forced into form, pounded into place among others. We paved the city's first east-west street, shadow-cold at dawn. Holy hills tap, tap, tap on our chilled gray granite as pastors and priests walk to and from church. And when they run to meet after sermon mistresses lay bare on their backs across ours. Beneath such heat, the stench of horse dung rises. Trapped below, we sweat. My faith is gone. Don't believe in a God that disconnects my 911 calls or just puts them on hold because police respond after he's choked my mother. And I don't trust neighbors who know my cries for help. Nothing now can rock me to sleep. And the final piece in this collection is a 3-part poem. No longer whole. 1. In the ark, there are 2 of me. One domestic, the other untamed by Noah of the one God, or any other deity who threatens with wrath. My docile self, scared to stand out, am in steerage, where ankle deep slosh wastewater won't drain, won't suit her, tethered to me only by thin strands. DNA twisted by lightning whip commands, severed the budding of our one body, one soul. 2. The link between is fragile. She scoffs at ARC rules, refuses to follow those that will yoke her. Hush! I scold to keep her safe from the exile that befalls the stubborn among us. But she will not abide tabernacle tradition and climbs out of the corral, does not want to be saved by biblical tales that have outlived their own truths. Seasick, I cannot stop her. 3. On her brave march to the galley, merciless winds slap her body and pull away what's left of our common cord. Freed, my other leans over the bow's wooden ledge. Her soft good night, a lullaby we once sang together, reaches me moments after her dive. Still penned in, I weep. Her melody ringing in my ears. Thank you. Thank you. You're very kind listeners. Thank you. So, I am excited to get onto our open micers because I know almost all of them and I adore them. So I'm excited to bring them to you. But before I do you have a question or two? And if not, then we'll just move on to the next great part of this program. It's your call. Any questions? Yes, madam.
I'm wondering, where would we find this collection?
That's a great question. It will be released in April and it'll be through the Four Feathers Press. Yeah.
Okay.
So, Anna, could you put my link in the chat, because people can follow me. It's got my website, everything, all my artwork, everything on it. And if they want to be in the newsletter to keep apprised of things, I send out a monthly newsletter of 4 or 5 items.
Okay.
That can happen too. So again, thank you all. I could feel your respect for my reading, my respecting my space to read the work. I could feel it. And I thank you, because I feel obviously very strongly about these pieces.
I think we should all feel very strongly about.
I think we should all unmute and give our love to this incredible lady.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Shauna, is that you, sweetie? I can't see.
Me.
Oh, hey, I'm so glad you made it, Shauna. Thank you.
Oh my God, what work. Woo! Man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really powerful.
God.
Really. Well, I find there's so many things that outrage me. There's no one thing that outrages me. There's so much. And how could I possibly pick one? Just one.
You can't. Absolutely.
And they're all not okay.
It's true.
Oh, thank you all. Very, very, very supportive. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, okay. So what I'd like to do now is take just a nanosecond. Open mic readers, I'm going to put your reading order, you already have it, but I'm going to put it in the chat for you. And while I'm doing that, why don't those of you who have a book or something to promote, this is your chance to put it in the chat and not detract from anybody else's time in the program. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and upload onto the chat the reading order. And by the way, Keith, I saw you come in. I didn't get to say hi. And Mark, I saw you. I mean, I'm just, you guys just honor me.
There's so many.
Well, I mean, I just am so honored that all of these wonderful people are here with me. I just feel, I feel surrounded. So
Yeah.
And Karen, I think, this is Robin, I think Karen Fitzgerald had her hand up.
oh, okay.
I
All
don't
right.
think you saw her, but I think she had her hand up
No,
for a
I didn't.
question.
I'm so sorry. Karen, the other Karen, as she calls herself, that's how she refers to herself. The other Karen. Do you have a question? The other Karen?
I did, Karen number one. This is Karen number two. You know, your performance is very powerful, and I wonder what sort of tips you have for unwinding after a performance like that.
They even have the
Well, first of all, can other people mute somebody else? Is there some other noise going on? So what I can tell you is why would I want to unwind? Number one, because it's so fantastic to be in the zone with the work, right? So there's such a joy in sharing it that unwind. I just love it. I just love it. I'm in my element and it feels good. And what the heck, I may dance. You know what I do sometimes though? I will tell you, I'll dance. I'll put on some bossa nova or something, and I'll dance for about half an hour afterwards, just to move some of the excess. But it's Oh, good.
Yep.
Celeste is here. I see she just came in. Does that answer the question?
That makes sense. Well, sometimes when I work on a piece that I wrote because I was outraged, I re-experience the outrage over and over again when I read it. And so sometimes if you're performing live, you need to unwind quickly.
Well, I pick the work that wants to be performed. I don't read pieces that don't want to be performed. If they're not ready, they're not ready. There's nothing to push. So I don't have that because I let the work inform me about what wants to be presented. And
thank you, Karen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay, so we got a lot of good stuff in there. So everyone just take a moment if you can and just cruise through briefly the chat, and because I would prefer you do it now and not while our open mic readers are reading. But I have to tell you truly, our open mic readers, I mean, the con, what time is it for you right now in Manila?
Oh, it's 7:33 a.m. It's fine.
Yeah, a.m. Okay, Marcelle, what time is it for you in Wales? Did she cock out?
No, it's so late I can't turn my audio on. It's 11:33 p.m.
Okay, so you see, I mean, are we lucky or what that people show up and want to be with us? So I thank you all. I thank you all. So my friends, we are going to move on to the open mic program. And what I have done is I have and the open mic poets, I'm going to ask at the end for all of you to put a link in if you'd like, okay? What I have done for the open mic poets is I put it into 3 flights of poets. So we have a few, then we take a break and we can breathe in the work that's been gifted to us. And then we move on to the next flight. And we breathe that work in. And then we move on to the final flight. And then wait till you see my wrap-up poem. It's pretty good, I think. I think you guys will like it. So, okay. This is amazing. You guys are just fantastic. Okay, so the first flight of poets are Lacan, Debra, Nordyke, Dane, Ince, Marcelle, Newbold, Marcelle, and Celeste Schueler. So I'm going to just call your name and I want you to take the stage and own it. Own it for us. Show us what you got. So, Lacan, Mr. Manila, I'd like you to open the first flight, please. And everyone else, please mute.
I love that you use the word flight. Because that's my that's my poem for today. But first, magandang umaga, a beautiful morning to everyone. I'm Lacan and I'm from Maynila, Pilipinas, or in English, Manila, the Philippines. In this poem, I wrote it like last night, which I love because I was rushing and I was like, oh my God, I need to write a poem for this event. And I love exposing myself. Um, and the injustice that I commit myself to. So this is a poem titled Departure at Ninoy Aquino International Airport. I always had a dream to leave for something better, a brighter elsewhere stitched into my childhood like a secret map. I practiced goodbyes before I learned how to stay. Imagine skies that would rename me into someone lighter. I learned to prefer English when I checked into the world, rolling foreign words on my tongue like they were passports, as if my own language carried dust on its shoes, as if my own voice needed clearance to be heard. Colonial ghosts still rent space in my head, whispering that local means lesser, whispering what grows here is never enough. That beauty only arrives with a foreign stamp. I told myself freedom could be found anywhere but here. That escape was the same thing as becoming whole. But all I really carried were rants and blame, a suitcase full of reasons why I did not belong. The airport hums like a confession booth, fluorescent lights washing the doubts off my face, waiting on the concourse to abandon what raised me. Every announcement sounds like a dare. Every gate is an escape. Every visa is a lie of validation that I am better. I wear approval like a borrowed coat, pretending it fits the shape of my hunger. People drag their lives behind them in wheeled prayers, coffee and shaking hands, eyes glued to departures like promises. I tell myself I'm brave for leaving, but courage feels thin when it tastes like running. And my reflection in the glass looks like a stranger, someone who learned how to disappear politely, someone who calls it ambition instead of loss. I board with my heart already halfway gone. The engine begins its slow permission to forget. As the window turns my home into a shrinking memory, and guilt finally finds a seat beside me. Across the aisle, I saw a mother crying. I know her face. Her skin looks like my soil, cracked and waiting for rain. Her eyes carry every street that named me, every river that taught me how to speak. She's not crying for one son. She's crying for all of us who learned how to leave her, who traded her voice for accents and approvals, who mistook survival for superiority. I cannot meet her gaze without feeling my name unravel. I cannot pretend I am not the reason her hands are empty. As the plane lifts, I feel her grief pull at my ankles like roots refusing to let go. But I had to choose the sky over her arms and forget where is home. As regret becomes the gravity on my chest, I had to look away and quietly say, Nanay, patawad po. Maraming salamat. Thank you very much, everyone.
Hey, I could spend a month with every one of your poems.
Wow, that was amazing.
Yeah, he is an amazing poet. So I'm going to move on to the other three, and then I would like that flight at that when that first flight is done, we take a moment and we show our appreciation to all of them. But Lacan, that was simply I couldn't ask for a better open mic, and I wonder why you're the first open mic poet. So okay. Thank you. Thank you. So Debra, are you ready to take the stage? Okay, let's see what you got.
Okay. Not anything at all. Grandpa is nothing, not anything at all. Motionless hands, mouth, eyes glued shut. Dad cries, puzzling. Why mourn the death of a monster? Dad didn't know. He should have known. Dead. Hands, mouth, sit in stillness. Eyes glued shut. I stand at the casket. No tears, no feelings at all. Dad knew. He heard neighbors' whispers, how Grandpa's hands, his mouth, perused my hairless private space. I stand at the casket neutral. No tears? Not today. I touch his face. Yes, he's dead. Thinking back, I ponder how Grandpa's hands, mouth, ravaged my little girl's space. No anger, no joy, nothingness was all. I stand over him, looking down at his face, dead. Heavy pockets of skin drape around thin, lifeless lips. Vacuum of nothingness, cadaver of bloodless bones. Epidermis, deep crevices droop over pencil lips. Dad mourns, lost his insidious twin. Duplicate blood in those veins, ghastly, cadaverous, empty bones, like Orithus, the two-headed dog. Two monsters, poisoned blood, preys on little girls. Dad cries, why mourn the death of this monster? Grandpa, Dad, a two-headed dog. Grandpa is nothing. Dad is nothing at all.
Wow, beautiful, very brave. Thank you.
Welcome.
Really beautiful, Deborah. I'm really glad you're with us today and you brought that poem.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wow. Oh, what a group we are. Dane, my dear friend Dane, are you ready to go live?
Yes. This piece, I have two pieces. This is called After.
Okay, hang on just a second. Hang on just a second, Dan. I don't see your spotlighted yet.
Oh.
Okay, perfect. Go.
Okay. After Frederick Gustav Emil Martin Niemöller. First they came for the brown people. I'm not brown. So it was not my fight. I did nothing. They came for black people. I'm not black, so I was just silent. I did nothing. I'm not a woman, and so I didn't fight when they stole women's liberty. I did nothing. I'm not gay or trans, and when they came for these people, I couldn't understand what the problem is. I did nothing. I'm not an illegal alien criminal, so I thought this was not my fight. I did nothing. I'm not a child of slaves, and so I was careless when they came for these people too. When they took away birthright citizenship, I did nothing. When they came for rural hospitals, I did nothing. When I had a chance to do something, I didn't vote. Did nothing. I did nothing. I did nothing. In the face of all this fakery, I did nothing. When they came for naturalized citizens, I kept my mouth shut. I did nothing. Honorable accused me of being intolerant. I remained quiet. I did nothing. I worried with my family around our kitchen table. Now I have no family. I have no kitchen table. I traded everyone's freedom for security because I was afraid. I did nothing. Now I have nothing because I did nothing. There's nothing left to do. This next piece is called Someone. Someone called their congresswoman. Someone busied themselves telling everyone else what to do, how to feel, how to be, and that their art did not matter anyway. Some wondered if this was Fort Sumner in the snow. Someone was stunned. Someone was in mourning. And what happened today was just added to their private pyre. Someone had not heard the news. Someone knew the victim. Someone knew the killer ICE agent. Someone was in the attic rhyming a triolet. Someone was writing the last sonnet in Venezuelan gaslight. Someone was crying. Someone was cold. Someone had no one for comfort. Someone had no soul. Someone loved gold. Someone said, I meant they cannot dance. Someone just stood there, shaking their head. Someone was dead, dead, dead. Someone wished that everyone would write something that needed to be said. Someone had never seen blood on a car headrest. Someone marveled at the analogous color harmony, the pity, the tragedy, the dread. Someone did not give two shits about poetry. Someone did. Someone wrote a threnody, a eulogy. Someone said, there is use in singing Harper's songs. Someone said, if poets do not sing, then no one will. Someone answered in iambic pentameter, this is not the end. We are still not free. Someone laughed and laughed. Someone counted small change in the grubby hands. Someone didn't count at all. Someone will read this. Someone will feel this funeral hug. Someone will feel nothing at all. Someone will watch the snow melt. Someone will wonder when spring will come. Thank you.
Oh, dear Dane, thank you. Thank you so much. And I love that first poem a lot. It's one of my favorite of yours. Beautiful, beautiful work. Well, you guys are just, I can't thank you enough for coming today and bringing what you, so far, just the three of you so far, what you've brought today has just been riveting. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Madam Marcelle, my dear beloved friend, Marcelle Newbold, are you ready, my friend?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. Mine's a slightly, I've got three short ones. Mine's
Okay,
slightly different.
Hold on. I want you to be spotlighted first. Give us just a second, sweetie. I want everyone to see you. You're just the best friend ever. Okay.
Yes, I've got three short ones. They're a slightly different tone. They're about women and domestication. Marital favours. My husband, one evening, sharpened every single kitchen knife. To my favourite, he gave extra attention. Hope lies like the edge of a teaspoon, upward facing, a thickness. Perhaps enough solidness to knife through a banana or other soft fruit, for safety for a baby, or to get under the edge of the surface tension of the skin of a grape to start a peel. Perhaps enough boldness to lever the metal lid of the treacle for tarts, or the miniature figurines paint pots, or that taproot of your favourite weed for a move to safety. Perhaps enough cheek to plunge unembarrassed deep into the chocolate pot for a mouthful of pleasure, thick and sweet, or seek the bottom of the ice cream tub, lap-cradled for a movie again. Perhaps enough crucible to cradle nettles or rosebuds to boil dead, to trace around to sketch a face on paper, or to measure the exact alchemy needed to rise. Excuse me. I had mentioned that girls are a gift from nature, tamed until made to forget ourselves, with repetition, with rites, with rules. The northerly wind was livid that day. Trees aggressed, twigs and leaves scattered to the ground. Chairs spewed across over manicured lawns, where insects they once drank and ate and fandangoed. The window at the end of the corridor torn wide from its resting place, liberated our house to breathe. All those papers tornadoed out, lined the street for hopscotch and scribbles. The kitchen, my gods, the kitchen, it glistened. Every surface shone with the pressure wash of rain. The deluge of water-falling teacups and cake forks burst open the doors. Boats from that tornado paper did not resist the tumult. They made shape for the sea. After miles of gutter fun, the slop, the splurge of corralling tide, banked corners, drowned hydrangeas, racing and laughing at the momentum of outpouring, it gently, gently returned us to the sea. We waved, with nails bitten, a wild and delirious goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Those are great. I haven't heard the last two. They're beautiful. Really nice. Thank you for sharing them. Thank you. Wow. Okay, we're going to pop back over to the Pacific West Coast where Celeste Schueler is waiting, I hope, in the wings. And she has a debut book coming out soon. Be sure to check the chat. Okay, go, honey.
My therapist says my panic attacks are warranted. Lipsticks fill a lockbox. Full alchemy smears across my face. Writing evaporates. Grape seeds cram between teeth. Sorrows reflect the highlight reel. An invasive species, sweet to taste. And my thesaurus cannot describe the man with a gun strapped to his back. Another school shooting graces my phone screen. Our next house will have robin's egg blue, and the children marble into crossfire for the sake of angelic laws. The heart's chambers warp into cardinals. Glass prisms shatter into revolution.
That is perfect. Did you have another one?
Mm-mm. I just
Okay,
had the one.
that was really nice. Is that in the collection?
That one is not in the collection. It's
Okay.
when I wrote shortly after school shooting.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Thank you for bringing it to us. I appreciate that. So everyone, unmute for a moment and applaud Lacan, Debra Nordyke, Dane, Ince, Marcelle Newbold, and Celeste Schueler, who will still not be in the Pacific Northwest. What a bummer, but okay. Whatever. Yay, you guys. Yay, thank you so much. Yeah, I know. This is like an incredible group.
This is an amazing program from beginning to start.
It's well, look at the people. I mean, look at what we have here. How can it not be? I mean, that's the beauty of it. So let's go to the second flight of poets, and that would be Antoinette, Vella Payne, Keith Marr, Robin Gabbert, and Centa Therese. Okay, so Mademoiselle, Miss San Francisco, Hate Street herself. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm totally ready. I'm glad to be. Kali goes to Jerusalem. On this day, I wear a dance disguised as Kali. I appear in the ancient of my own clay. I breathe out silent apparitions and cultivate a raft shaped white. From Bethlehem to Jordan River, hope dies across lava-laden lands. Hindu holy child, crystallized presence, disidentified, bringer of light. My eyes a pulsing glow for consciousness to flow. From beaded peaks to earthly deserts, home to humanity lost in falling cashmere clouds of dust, I climb steep walls and cones, ideology's battlefield, convened to disagree a quarter of a century. Awaken then, floating pure, childhood bones, watch bombs dropped hard on Gaza, where no life matters to Israel. Victims of war do not receive restitution for whom they grieve. Babies, elders, siblings, mothers, the ones left living traumatized while flotillas bringing aid are ostracized. We watch from sidelines. Kali or Kalima, fierce and wise, invoked in protests worldwide, demand political will instead to end this bloodshed. Never will they replace what's lost at genocide's infinite and insufferable cost.
Wow. Wow. Gorgeous. Thank you. That was beautiful. And I haven't heard that. So it's beautiful, Antoinette. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wow. Ah, Keith. Keith. Are you ready? Is he still, let's see if he popped off or. Keith, Keith, I just saw you. Keith, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, my friend, and take the stage and start your stuff.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Good to be here. I'm so impressed. I'm so moved. I'm so happy to be here. My name is Keith Marr. Although it says my name is Love, I don't know how that got there. It's actually the last line in the poem that I'm doing. So that must be something I forgot I did. So thank you. I'm honored to be here. Thank you, Karen. And I'm really excited that you wanted me to do this one piece. Some of you know it. It's called Ache for Home. And I'm glad that you chose it, Karen, because of all the things I've ever done, this is really me. This is my story. At the time that I wrote it, a very untold story. And it's been very healing for me to write this and to share it. And I feel like each time I do it, I let go of a little more shame than I had before. Ache for home. The ache for home lives in all of us, the safe place where we can go as we are and not be questioned. Maya Angelou. For me, to be Asian and male in America means that the ache for home is bone deep and miles wide. I long for a balm to soothe this ache. The salve in my salvation lies in facing what is mine to face. I testify to heal the wounded child in the man, to find the loving voice that whispers, my beautiful Asian boy, the shame you feel has never been yours to keep. You see, trauma isn't just what happened to you that shouldn't have. It's also what should have been said or done that wasn't. So this is for the beautiful Asian boys raised on American movies and TV, believing a sidekick was the best they could ever be. This is for the beautiful golden boys never seeing someone with their face possessing any romantic capacity. My Asian brothers and I have been robbed of what makes all of us human, our ability to love and be loved, our core humanity. Racial castration, structural emasculation are soul-crushing injuries. This is for the golden boys who were made to hate their eyes, looks, and bodies. This is for the golden boys who were told that manhood is measured by height and sexual prowess, by how much alcohol he can consume, by how much he can hide his fear and hurt, by how much he can take it like a man. Bell Hooks writes, the first act of violence that patriarchy demands of males is not violence toward women, but the killing off of the tender parts of themselves. It means the math teacher at my new high school is positive I am a math whiz and forces me to give up lunch hour after lunch hour to take test after test. I buckled under the pressure. I didn't do well, and I was ashamed to look at her for the rest of the year. You see, you can be ashamed when you don't live up to someone's stereotype of you. Being Asian and male means you can feel so undesirable that when a girl asks you to the high school dance, you don't believe she's serious. And sadly, you don't accept her offer. It means that when you ask your white friend if she's serious, he says, Keith, come on, you're just a little Chinese guy. She just wants to be friends. The original sidekick relationship, it means you can be pulled over by the local small town police in your small California Central Valley town and ban you from a public restaurant you just left. Rage and impotence are a scream lodged in your throat, so you return again and again till your arrest for a DWA, dining while Asian. Being Asian and male means many men I meet tell me, hey, I'm really into Asian girls, as if it's a compliment. It means a complete white stranger may cast a colonial gaze upon your daughter and assume he can walk up to you and say, your daughter is beautiful, and ask for a high five. Fuck you, Mr. Rice Chaser. Would Mr. Complete Stranger ask a non-Asian father for a high five? I light a candle for the little boy whose trauma lives in an alley on the west side of Fresno, who waits for me to bring him home. The alley where his cousins stole pomegranates, the alley where Michael picked his victims, like my cousins picked fruit. I was ripe for the picking. The bleach of dissociation can wash away memory, but not self-hate. Because, you see, a real man is never a victim. In California, it was illegal for a Chinese face like mine to be seen after dark. So the Chinese built tunnels under the streets to travel at night. I built tunnels in my heart where my song went underground to survive. Now my song sings me. Let us sing all our songs. Let us sing a masculinity based on the courage to ask for what we need and want. Let us sing in the places where we dream. I want you to know. I want you to know. Weak is not my name. Sidekick is not my name. Afterthought is not my name. Punchline is not my name. My name is hope. My name is courage. My name is love. Thank you for listening.
Woo. Thank you, Keith. Thank you so much for that beautiful poem. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow. Wow. Boy, are we lucky today or what? Whew. I want to stay with each of you for as long as I can because your work is so deep. And please forgive me for not being able to do that because I have other deep poets also ready to share. But again, thank you so much, Keith. I'm so pleased you're here. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Miss Robin, are you ready?
I am ready. I'm ready. As I mentioned earlier, the piece I have is ekphrastic, so I'd like to be able to screen share an image with you. Let's see if I'm able to do that. Doesn't look like I can at the moment. Anna, can you allow me to screen share?
Or you want me to put it up?
No, that's all right. I got it here.
Oh, okay, you got it.
Okay, let's see if I can get over here to the right
Perfect
image. I'll have to close the comments, I think, but let me see if I can get this larger. Oops.
Perfect.
I should be able to make this larger. It's just.
I think it's fine like that.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's
yeah,
okay?
it's fine. We want to get to the poem. Yeah, it's fine.
All right. The name of the piece or the artwork is called Last Night in Gaza by a Palestinian artist named, she's a current artist named Matar Malik. She has a number of wonderful pieces, so look her up if you have a chance. Matar Malik. And my poem is also called Last Night in Gaza. She sleeps in a bed of birds. I put her there in my dreams. Her daytime sees too many bullets, too much sorrow, blood. At night, I want to wrap her in beaks and feathers, to caress, shield her, so the enemy will not recognize a target. They will not disturb the sleeping woman, oblivious in her dreams of soft winds, a feathery caress. They will every one fall to their knees, worship her as a goddess, desire only to stroke the chartreuse, teal, and red of her avian duvet. When she wakes, there will have been no attack, just a conure feather on her cheek, a multitude of footprints in the sand walking away. Thank you.
Wow. Beautiful.
Wow.
Really well done. Great selection. Gorgeous, Robin. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, thank you guys. I'll stop sharing. Thank you.
Okay, so that's beautiful, Robin. Thank you. And Centa, Therese, you are next. Are you ready to go?
I am, yes.
All right, I'm getting it. There we go.
So this one's called Portal of Inevitability. Imagine how it would be to hold one real question without fear and despair over what we do not know. Human extinction has its advantages. No needless destruction brought on by human will. The universe will be free to reveal itself without riddle or disguise. Through the portal of inevitability, one can find their seat at the table, 6 a.m., staring at a placard for Olympia beer, joined now only by the numberless who have swallowed their days. Here on earth, we remain captivated by violence and shock headlines, such as the one about a young city employee on trial for tossing his pregnant wife from a small boat into a man-made lake, though he claims he was just fishing. Wherever the mind goes after you die, with human will exhausted, the universe can then be free to unleash its eternally happy dogs.
Very nice.
I have one more.
Okay.
It's called The Potter. And this is really a story of a man I met on Facebook probably a decade ago, an Austrian born after the war, or post World War II. In the potter's field, only hunger and exhaustion remain at the end of a long day. To the man that lives in the house that looks out upon the field of summer barley, the sight means almost as much as it did when he was a young boy. There would be enough grain for the winter to come. It pains the man to crush the rock he hauls from the woods and river, surrendering stone after stone to the mechanical jaw, destroying their manifold maps, their storied mineral striations, and grinding all to powder for the clay that will turn his potter's wheel. For his grand uncle, in his time, the same wild grasses were the long yellow strands of a woman's hair. Now the man is a grandfather, still content with his garden's bounty, able to work the earth so closely at times as to feel indistinguishable From the bucket of straw-colored felspar, the hammer leaned against the wall next to it. Yet, when the early room in memory shades to a darkening gray, from that incomprehensible sense of loss, silence strikes so hard it fractures the air into shards. For that boy of 5 and for the father he became, he recollects once more how his own father went forever missing in the war.
Wow. Wow, beautiful. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
Wow. So, Centa wrapped up flight 2 for us, Antoinette, Vella, Payne, Keith Marr, Robin, Gabbert, and Centa, Therese. Please unmute yourselves and show your appreciation. Yay!
Love everybody.
Wow, what great.
I
Sensational.
know, this is
So
so
moving.
great. Oh my God. God, I
Sensational.
love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you all so much. We're gonna now enter into the third flight. We're gonna start with, I'm gonna have to say, my favorite New York poet. I think she knows who she is. Rusty Rose, there you are, my friend. I'm so glad you could join us today. I love it when I get to share the stage with you. So, everyone, may I just say quickly, this is the grandmother of Stonewall. Okay, and she is a remarkable poet. So, take it away, Rusty.
Yes, thank you. I'm going to share something I'm working on, a journalistic poem. It'll be self-explanatory. I stand. America, I stand against gaslighting U.S. citizens by the current regime. I stand against the government who tramples First Amendment rights. I stand against Project 2025, its far-right delusional agenda, oppressing LGBTQ, Black, brown American citizens. I stand against reign of terror by masked ICE fascists who strikes fear in multitudes. I stand against President Trump, DHS Christie Noam, and autocrats who label American protesters terrorists. I stand against government agencies and agents who sabotage law. I stand against tear gas, bullets, the killing of poets, mothers, neighbors in U.S. streets. America, I stand with the Renee Nicole Goods, waiting for our paralyzed Congress to act.
Yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Rusty. Beautiful. Thank you.
You're
Thank you for
welcome.
sharing that. Thank you. Wow. We move on to Michael Verga. Are you here and ready to go, Michael? Is Michael on? Is Michael still here? Michael is still
has
here.
an open, he's got an open window, but he's
Right,
not
but
on
he's
camera.
muted. So why don't we move on to the next one then, and we'll come back to him. And this is Mark states. I laugh because you're gonna love his work as much as I do. Mark, are you ready to do what it is you do so well?
Okay.
Sorry, I caught you a little early, my friend, because we're switching over.
Creating a moment. Like an old song on the radio, bringing back a memory and a feeling. This poem wishes you to smile, to hum a tune and close your eyes, to watch a yellow butterfly twerk across the sky, to smell the breeze without wheezing from pollen from nearby oak or lemongrass, to remember the hand of the one you were holding and the electricity of the lips soon to be kissed. There is a war going on halfway around the world. Poem. You should be talking about the war. Down with the warmongers, to hell with the manufacturers and profiteers. Poet, don't you see the rubble of stones and children's feet on your big screen TV? Your right hand should be in the open air in a fist of protest, your left thumb tweeting freedom for the people. The old song remembers there was a war back in its day too, halfway around the world, but on everybody's mind, and still the record spins around with its sounds of cheer, asking you to take its hand and dance, to gently rub a finger up and down its spine, to look into its transported and transfixed eyes and tell it that the world and time itself freezes in its presence. It wants you to blush as you beg just one more minute, just one more shake of the hips and the tingling sensation that could be love, or is it liberation? Old song, new poem. Both believe in creating a moment of peace in the middle of a world gone crazy.
Wow, Mark. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful presentation, beautiful performance. Loved it. Thank you. It's just so you. So you. Yes, exactly. Beautiful. Amazing. So is Michael on board? Is Michael going to be joining us for the open mic?
I'm looking.
I mean, I saw he was muted and on, and
Michael, are you there? Michael Verga. I don't think so, Karen. I mean,
okay,
he's
so
got an open window, but no
he does have an
response.
open window and he's muted, and you're still listed as a participant, but that's okay. So let's take a moment to appreciate the final and third flight of open mic poets, Rusty Rose and Mark States, the two of you. Thank you both very, very much. North Carolina and New York here with us tonight. Thank you both so much for taking time out of your days. And I have one poem for the road, but we do have a waiting list, and we have room for Barbara Abbott. You're the next on the waiting list, but it needs to be one poem, short. Do you have that?
I do.
Okay, please take the stage.
Okay. And this is more of a personal struggle, not a political struggle, but struggle nonetheless. It's called A Daughter's Tangled Regret. She sat by the window, pale and gaunt, weak from surgery, a mother who never hugged, helpless and vulnerable. As her daughter, I had struggled. Mom was the oldest girl growing up. Now, with her own family away from her siblings, unspoken yearnings, unfilled dreams lived within her. Resentment simmered, As her firstborn, I absorbed the brunt of her frustrations. Tension in the house was common. It seeped into every corner, like a storm silently brewing, ready to unleash its fury any moment. Mom's angry voice echoed like thunder. I retreated, kept my distance, protection from chaos and the deep-seated pain that fractured our bond. As an adult, shadows of past mistreatment seemed irrelevant. Only helping my mother mattered. She needed support and encouragement. The nurturing absent during my formative years. After decades of reflection and maturity, I harbored no enduring grudge. What was the point? Yet, the loss of what could have been lingers in me. A wish for closeness, never granted. Acceptance, my burden. Also, my relief. One day after caring for Mom, a decision. Hug her goodbye or not. I didn't. Caught in a whirlwind of emotion, memories of past harshness hung in the air. Mother-daughter bond tempered by complexities. I said, I'll call you tomorrow. Next day, Mom went to ER, engulfed in a paralyzing stroke, hopelessly trapped in a physical prison. I whispered, I love you, into silence. Could she hear me? 10 days later, in early morning, Mom quietly slipped away. I stood beside her bed, trembling with unspoken words, my arms finally outstretched, her lifeless body wrapped in the quiet of eternity. The chance to hug her goodbye, gone forever. Too late to forgive, too late to heal. Thank you.
Beautiful, Barbara. Thank you. I'm going to take a moment to go down the list of every open mic poet again and by their name. And while I'm doing that, if you open mic poets have any links you'd like to put into the chat, please do so now. Okay. Okay, so here is our list. Lacan, Debra Nordyke, Dane Ince, Marcelle Newbold, Celeste Schueler, Antoinette Vella Payne, Keith Marr, Robin Gabbert, Centa Therese, Rusty Rose, Mark States, Barbara Abbott. Thank you all so much. Please unmute and acknowledge them all, and then I'll close it out with a poem for the road. Thank you all. I mean, you guys are just like, now you see why I was excited to be in this program? Part of this program?
Yeah.
Because look at the work.
Thank you so much, Karen. Thank you.
It's my, you know what? It's you guys have gifted me, and I can't tell you how good it feels to have you share this stage with me. So I want to close with one final poem. And can people please mute? I notice now some people are typing and stuff, and it's getting disruptive to hear the typing while we're reading poetry. Here's my closing poem. Mark, this is no stranger to you, by the way. You think I am too old to understand. My time has come and gone, says your smirk, dismissive glance. I tell you, I don't care. Trendy this and that, dyes, lotions, and gels only glue me to your narrow view. Feebled, wrinkled, and gray, unable to withstand Bluetooth entrapments cooking my brain until stewed. I am not lost without a smartphone, adding, subtracting, multiplying years I have left, years you have waiting. By all accounts, I'm already a level 72. What about you? Think about that. Thank you. Thank you. You guys have just been This has been a delightful program, and thank you, Anna, for making sure this, as the founding person here, that as co-founder, that you make this Zoom happen.
Well,
everyone stay safe, and to my colleagues, all of you, Poetic, thank you for helping to make this a spectacular program. I feel really, really, really honored. Thank you.
And we, the listeners, are honored. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, my pleasure.
Absolutely.
Thank
My
you,
pleasure.
everybody who
Thank
read.
you.
Yay for all of us, and
Yay
everyone who
yay
listened.
for us.
Without the
Hallelujah.
listener, where
Yes.
would we be, right? So, okay. Bless you all. Stay
Whoa.
safe, and tell that dog to
Help you
go
out.
get a dog bone.
Good night,
Good
everybody.
night.
Take
Good
All
care.
right. Bye,
night.
y'all.
Good night.
Love to
See you next
everybody.
month.
Good night.
Bye.
Hi.
All righty. Wow.
Hi, Anna.
Hi. Hello,
Night.
Kathy. I didn't see you.
Yeah, I've been here.
Okay, I have a little book I'm going to send to you because
I
it'll
was-
make you laugh.
Yeah. And you know I love to laugh.
Yeah.
Night all.
It's not poetry, it's only photographs.
That's fine.
Okay. All right, I got to run. I launch tomorrow.
Yay.
Yay.
Your next book?
Book number 8.
Wow.
Read
Congratulations.
Thank you. This is the one I wrote with my old boyfriend from
Oh, yeah.
Mexico.
Uh-huh.
And
And,
it's
and where are you launching?
Launching means it's being published on everywhere. You know,
Oh, okay.
all the digital places.
You can get it.
Yeah, and I bookstores can get it, but they don't know me and they don't get it, and I don't
You
worry
can
about
they
it.
can still be ordered through your book can still be ordered through bookstores as long as it's online. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah. And hopefully this will be a good one. Listen, I put it up for 2 reviews, and the first review the second review that came, the first review was really good. The second review, it was already a gold book winner. They haven't announced that, but if you get 5 stars, you automatically get the gold book.
Wow, that's great.
So they're 5-star
Anna.
reviews, and so a list will come out in another month or so with the December, January 5-star books. And so I've got that before it even came out.
Wonderful.
And Fernando's all stoked about that.
Mm-hmm.
So we're working on rewriting a book he wrote that was nobody. The only person who ever bought it was me. And even I couldn't read it.
Oh dear.
It was so
Oh, you can make it better.
Oh yeah. No,
because you're so talented.
It's a memoir, but it's reading almost like a thriller, which of course is what I like. So not because of me, because of what happened. But,
right. Yeah,
I'm excited. How are you doing?
I'm good. Just hanging in there. Took a nice trip over the holidays, and
where'd you go?
I went to Mexico on a cruise with a bunch of Giants fans.
Oh.
And a whole lot of other people, but yeah, there's 100 Giants fans.
Wow. Well, you know, David and I took a Viking River cruise.
Oh, that's great.
For the Christmas markets. Started in Amsterdam and went up to Basel on Viking.
Oh, how exciting.
And it was, a once in a lifetime thing. And we really want to do it again, frankly, because we like to poke around on our own. And,
and it's cold in Christmas.
We didn't suffer. We went over Thanksgiving. We flew out on the 20th.
Yeah.
David had, from all his years of travel, he had
lots of miles.
Well, he had points at Hilton, so we got our room for free and only had to pay the overnight parking, which was a lot. I mean, they really charge you. So we could stay by the airport instead of having to get up and hassle and rush. So we got our house sitter in, and then we went off to San Francisco and stayed at this Hilton and didn't have to rush, and it was really nice. And we met a Canadian family. She's a potter. They live on Vancouver Island.
Oh, nice.
And
Maybe.
he's a retired dentist with many interests. So he was very interesting. And she and I might have been sisters.
Yeah.
I swear, we had the best that time. And then their 2 adult daughters who were very cool. So we had them, and we met a Latvian mother and her daughter. The mother went to San Francisco State, met her husband, who was a neurosurgeon.
Wow.
And he passed away 3 years ago. And the daughter was like 49, maybe. And they were a real kick, and they liked to dress for dinner and stuff. And so we all sat together, and, you know,
fun.
There was a lot of fun stuff.
Fun group.
But the Christmas markets, by the time you got to the 15th Christmas market.
Oh, no, that's too many.
Oh, crap.
That's way too many. Whose phone is that?
That's mine.
Oh.
That's my friend Lisa.
Oh, go take it if you need to.
Oh, well, maybe I will. All right.
All right. We'll talk later.
Hi.
Bye. Love you.
Over there 2 days before your book release. I'm doing fine. I'm just getting off a Zoom. Hold on one sec. So, Kathy.
Yeah?
I'll just saying goodbye. We're over. Kathy, I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, we'll do that.
Bye.
Bye, honey.